All right, students and parents and family from all around, welcome back to another one of Miss Tyree's mini lessons. Today we are going to be focusing on nonfiction text structures. Let's go ahead and break this apart before we move on. Nonfiction, any informational or procedural text. This does not include fictional structure. And the reason why is because there's only one. The only fictional structure we have is plot, which was our previous mini lesson where we kind of went over the plot mountain. So we're only looking at nonfiction. These will not work to the best of their satisfaction if you use them on fiction. So any literature, any kind of nonfiction text is organized in a very specific way. Structure means organized. Think about whenever you're writing a report or if you're writing a reflection, you have to first brainstorm and then organize your writing. Professional authors are the same way. They organize their nonfiction writing to achieve a certain goal. Now there are 5 main types. 5 main types of nonfiction text structure. There are 5 ways you can organize nonfiction writing. We'll go ahead and start off with the most popular, which is description. A descriptive writing, and the answer is in the word. It describes one topic. So it describes a topic. This is a very popular one. A lot of y'all might have read it where you were just reading about one specific topic. For an example, you could read a book about cats, and then one chapter tells you the different types. The other chapter tells you their diet, their habitat, their lifespan, their social friends, if they have any, their cats. But all of these details go back to that one topic. Description revolves around the one topic, and it gives relating details. That's probably the most popular and most common one you'll see in nonfiction. The next one you will see a lot of is chronological, sequential. This means order. Chronological means order. This is the logical order of telling a story. A lot of people, you start at the beginning of a story, and then you move forward. So think of it like this. Whenever you ask your child, how was your day? More than likely their brain's going to go to the logical beginning of the day, and then they will continue to move forward throughout time. Chronological means time. I know that students will see this word chronological in other subjects. Chronological can also mean sequential, sequence of events, or order. Anything with a date is going to naturally be chronological order. History is in chronological order. Okay? Another thing, recipes. Recipes are always going to be in chronological order. So first, second, third. A huge hint, remember recipes? Okay, recipes are always going to be in order. You never start with 3, go back to 1, just move down to 4. They're always going to go in logical order. You are going to have a lot of transition words. You're going to have first. You're going to have finally. These are giant hint words. So a lot of times if you see a transition word, you know you're looking at a chronological order. The third one we're going to talk about is cause and effect. Let's pop on up here to cause and effect. Now later on in the year, we're going to have a whole unit over cause and effect. So this is a very good intro into the structure. A cause is a why. Why did something happen? The effect is the what. What happened because of the action, the why. I teach this diagram where you can have the cause or the why, and then you have the effect or the what. Now whenever you write, these do not have to be in these kind of orders. They can flip-flop and often do, but you will notice some big hint words. If you go cause to effect, you're going to have so as the transition. It rained outside, so I got wet. If you go effect to cause, you're going to have because as a transition. I got wet because it rained outside. So they need to know, students need to know that these can flip-flop. Also, one cause can have multiple effects. Another time, a cause can turn into effect, which is going to turn into another effect. It's almost like a sequence, but you'll see more transitions. Now, once I said we're going to do cause and effect a whole unit later on, so this is just an introduction into it. The next main structure we have, problem solution. Okay? Problem solution and cause and effect are different. All about the solution. It's all about the solution. Cause and effect explains the problem. Problem solution explains how to solve the problem. Explains, then solves. If it just explains, it's cause and effect. If it offers any fix, any way to prevent, it's going to be problem solution. So I give an example of if I am in class and I tear my paper. That is the original problem. I am sad. I tore my paper. One solution might be taping the paper, asking for a new one. Okay? But you move from the problem to an absolute way of solving it. Your last one is compare and contrast. Compare and contrast. That's where you're looking for two or more things to compare. These things could be people, places, books, characters, ideas. It's really big, especially later on in history. We're going to compare and contrast ideas. We're going to compare a monarchy to a democracy. So you can compare and contrast two or more things or ideas. Now I know everyone always remembers their Venn diagrams for compare and contrast. I have oversized handwriting, so that doesn't work for me, so I do H charts. You have the both in the middle, you have the both in the middle. It is up to you however you want to use it at home. But you need to know at home, if you see the word both, they're asking you to compare and contrast. If you see the word both, they're asking you to compare and contrast. Same with similar, differ. Okay. These are all words, or any variation of these words are all going to relate back to compare and contrast. On the test, we are going to ask students, what is the organizational pattern of this passage? And they're going to tell us, this is a description because here's the topic. This is chronological because here is this logical sequence of events. It's cause and effect because it describes the why and the what. It's problem solution because it describes the why and the what but takes it a step further and offers a way to solve it. Compare and contrast. They're measuring two things and how they are alike, how they are similar, and how they differ. Okay? This is a lot. This is a lot. We understand this is a very interesting way of reading nonfiction, but what will happen is you'll start to notice authors pick these for different reasons. Mainly they're just giving you information and description. They're just giving you a history or an informatory in chronological sequential. Okay. They might be trying to persuade you, so you might have to read carefully, but a lot of times they might also just be giving you info. Problem solution is almost always persuasion. Okay. They want you to buy into their solution. Compare and contrast is mainly information, but be on the lookout for opinion words. But like I said, we have looked at today different types of nonfiction organization. How is our nonfiction text organized? Between description, chronological, cause and effect, problem solution, and compare and contrast. This is what we've been working on in class, and feel free to talk to your child or explain to your parent what you're reading, if it is nonfiction, how it's organized. Thank you very much for your time, and we'll see you next time.